And greetings to another Thinky Games stream, and good morning to you, or afternoon, or evening, or aloha, whatever you happen to be in the world as you watch this. I have a fresh morning cup of tea, and it's going to keep me going through the next hour or so. Well, I hope so. Good morning, Marcus Don. So now I've got the annoying swallowing noise on the stream. I guess the first thing we always do is have a look at the bits on Thinky Games the last couple of weeks. So, hello BCAT112A. That is very difficult to say, so I'll just call you Squish Person. Right, Thinky Games. Okay, so a few things to look at. There is this review of Dice Versa from Corey. This is a mobile game, and it's basically free with ads, so you can get rid of the ads for $2.99. I'm not sure what that is in pounds, probably about £400 considering the FX rates these days. And as I knock my mouse over, he says it's kind of fun and very kind of, I don't know if he actually used the word addictive, but that's the impression I got. Although there were questions about how much of this game is actually luck. This news segment needs a bumper, says Salty Horse. What do you mean by a bumper? Right, so that's Dice Versa. Now, the Confounding Calendar is back this year. Now, the Confounding Calendar was first happened last year, 2021, and I played through all of the games that were on the calendar. I think there were more than, it was basically an advent calendar of puzzles, and it had over 25 puzzles, so it was a very fat advent calendar. They had lots of great updates. Some of the games were they're fine. Some of them were great, and then some were just kind of like, oh, that's interesting. And they all had to be like one room. So there's a new Confounding Calendar up this year. I think it's a bit late for me to tell you to get involved, because how many days have we got? Not too many before December hits. But yeah, they're still getting in some entries. So these are some of the entries from last year. Oh, right. Salty Horse is saying I need something like jingle and animation to lead into the news segment. Right. Oh, it's nothing like adding more work to my week, huh? So yeah, let's have a look at 8+3. I remember that was okay. Don't Step Away for Tea was a very simple, puzzle that was quite kind of fun. Pentaglyph was really good. I remember there was a lot involved there. December Plans was the first one, which is quite tricky. I think I tried to show everybody how I solved that on stream, and I made a mistake somewhere. It all fell apart, and I never solved Caramel Ban, even though it's a very simple puzzle. I just couldn't do it. So moving on, there's the Entropy Center review by Matt, and yeah, I mean it's. I don't think it's breaking new ground, but it's pretty good. Quirky AI companion that isn't annoying, which is always a plus. So you can, because it's a lot of detail, so have a look at the review if you want to see what he thinks. I mean, Upsum, to use that horrible word, he liked it a lot. And then Thinky Games are for everyone, a community game jam. So Astra Fund, who are funding Thinky Games, they're also now running a jam. So you can see it says here November 25th through December 11th, and the idea is really like puzzle games which are more accessible. And they want people to experiment with see the game feel and stunning art, maybe procedural generation. It's up to you what you want to have a go, but the whole thrust here is just try and come up with create games which are just more for everybody. Let's have a look at the actual website. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. 15 days left, and there's lots of information down here about what they're really looking for. So it doesn't necessarily need to be very difficult, and you don't need to be an esteemed puzzle game player or solver, or even a understanding of math. My God, this is definitely not written by a British person. So they're really interested in trying to find out, trying to get puzzle games from people who don't normally make puzzle games. So it's got a bit of a different, interesting theme to it, I guess. So yeah, we'll look forward. We're probably going to play a few on the stream when the jam is finished. So look forward to that. So that's everything I want to touch on from Thinky Games. Again, just check out the site for all those articles. Now, what else have we got to here? Now, I want to quickly touch before I get into Temple of Starlight. Oh, hello. Hi, Oriane. Oriane, that's Japanese pronunciation, but I could say Oriane. So, what am I going to touch on next? I wanted to talk about Sudoku variants, because it's not something I do. I don't do Sudoku variants. I have had a Sudoku phase, because there was I had an app on my phone which generated random Sudokus, and I played them for a very long time. And I know that Cracking the Cryptic had done the occasional, they do a lot of Sudoku variants where there's all sorts of extra rules. And, I think I retweeted one of those once. And one of our Thinky Games followers, VFig, was watching this, which is Cracking the Cryptic, having a go at the Sudoku variant called The Thing. So I'm just going to put that into the chat if you want to look at it sometime later. Oh, wow. So Salty Horse is telling me the only way you play Sudokus is by playing the Crafty the Cryptic videos and watching them for hints. So, yeah, so this is apparently, what's the word? This is the kind of inspiration that VFig had to, like, I want to have a go at one of these, Sudokus. I want to try and make one. And again, I don't really go near these because I don't know why. I think it's probably because they take a long time. So he did have a go at one, and I'm gonna just copy the link here. Pick it open. I'm not gonna play through it. So let me just start the puzzle. So this is what you get started with, and there's quite a lot of rules. I played this on mobile, and it was a bit difficult when I was going back and forth between. I was trying to go open the rules, then switch back to the grid, because there's quite a few rules, and there's things like so there's apparently 9 horrors hidden in here, 1 in each row and column. The horrors are odd, so. And along the blue and green lines, the adjacent digits must differ at least 5. And in each cell on the green line is a soldier taking aim at a horror. The digit in the cell shows the distance along the row and column from that cell to the horror. And digits along an arrow, and you can see one poking out here, sum to the digit in its circle. Now, I was not familiar with these variants, so I wasn't sure what it meant by a circle, but there was actually an arrow here, and it comes from a circle somewhere. So that circle will have the total. So, and then when you finish, the digit in this cell here will tell you the fate of the lighthouse keeper. So it's a bit minesweeperish because it's got fog. So as you do more of the puzzle, it opens up. And I have talked a bit about how Minesweeper is a bit of a problem, because if you make a mistake, you've kind of undone part of the puzzle, by accident, and you can't take that back. However, I think it's slightly different here, because I made mistakes occasionally, but I never actually did any of the numbers if I didn't understand why I was doing them, because it was important to know why I'd figure that out. I mean, I can always just I don't know, I could guess, right? Is it 3? Oh my god, it's 3 up there. I could just guess 3 up there, but that doesn't necessarily tell me anything or how I'm supposed to get that 3. So, I didn't find that breaking the fog by accident was a problem. So I stared at this. So Salty Horse is saying that fog of war puzzles like this are supposed to be easier since they tell you where to look, and I think that's a good point. However, this took me probably an hour and a half when you add all my sessions up. And I think the first move was the trickiest, where I was staring at it for 20 minutes saying, well, where's the way in? Eventually I realized the rule that would get me out of this was the green one, which says that In each cell, the green line is a soldier taking aim at a horror, and digits along the row and the digit in the cell shows the distance along the row or column to that horror. So this number must be equal to a number of spaces. So it's constrained. So you look at this one here, and it has to be 6 maximum, right? It can't be any more than 6. Oh, Salty Horse is adding a bit of commentary here that the original Fog of War implementation made you lose after X bad guesses, and they soon decided it's not a good idea. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea at all. It's like having no undos. So here we go. So so this can be anywhere here, and similarly here. Now I've already completely forgotten how I went from there, but it was that was my inroad, and realizing that there was something else I'm missing. I'm missing another rule, right? Horrors are odd, and adjacent digits. Ah, yes, they must differ by at least 5. So I was looking at this and saying like, well, it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but this has to be 5 away, and so that means you've got either like a 1 and a 6, 7, 8, 9, but this cannot be any more than 6, right? So that has to be 6 maximum. So it has to be below 6. But if you think about the pairs you get there, you can't have a 5 and a 5 because that would break the Sudoku rule. 6 can only go with 1. 7 is impossible. And then when you go down to 4, then you're talking about the same problem in the reverse direction. So if I went 7 here, I could have 2 here. But in the end, I worked through those possibilities, and I figured out what the 2 numbers should be, and that was the beginning. But honestly, it didn't get much easier. There was another bit where it started. I got some expansion, and then it just sort of stopped and jutted to a halt, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to give up on this." But then I finally clicked. I saw something, and eventually the whole thing. It got to a certain point, about 70%, where it just started tumbling. And there's always that point in Minesweeper puzzles, particularly, where they usually have a kind of tipping point where there's just so much information, you know, you can just unpack everything. And I don't know if I'll do another Sudoku variant, but I found it interesting, and it took a long time. A bit like some of the hard Minesweepers could really draw you in and spend a lot of your time. So I'm going to leave that with you. I haven't really spoiled very much apart from how you do the first opening move. And look forward to spending an hour and a half on it if you're really inclined. Anyway, no, I felt very good when I finished it. It was really, felt like an achievement, even though I thought I should have been writing articles and things like that instead. Okay, so I think that's enough of Sudoku. We will get on to, what am I going to bring up now? I'm going to bring up the Temple of Starlight demo. Okay, let's have it. We just close down that Thinky Games browser and open up Temple of Starlight. Oh, I've got a thing saying, "Do you sure you want to exit the browser?" Coming up any second. Right. Here we go. Temple of Starlight. So I'll be honest, I was a sucker from the look of Temple of Starlight. I just wanted to have a go because it looked nice, kind of monochrome with a bit of, you know, splashes of color in it. And this reminds me very much of the look of Photonica, if anybody remembers that, which is like a free running game. I'm sure there are other games like this that people can remember. Oh, we just hang on a second. I am going to see if I can change the music down. I did change the music down yesterday, but I guess it's gone right back up. Let's see. Change that right down. Okay. That's better.
Our civilization is built around the resource of starlight, which was granted to us by the gods. Starlight drives our cities and fuels the lives of our people. As a ruler, I will have to guide this kingdom through the times ahead.
So I can see the stars which are hovering below the ceiling, just above us. I've only played a little bit of this just to check it works, so I've been through like about 2 tutorial puzzles, if you want to put it that way. So we've got some blue light here. This arch, and we can't get through. I did try to open this chest. Nothing. Maybe I can pick up one of these bottles and smash them. But okay, but there's a button here. So I can click that. And the blue light disappears. And now we can pass through this portal. So as you can see, we had a fade out there, so it's kind of room based. So we're just playing the demo. This is free to play on Steam at the moment. It's from Thinky Games. So now we've got this red button, which is beaming over here, and you can see on the other side that the door is closed. But if we press the button, then we lose the bridge. So just a quick reset there. So I'm gonna have to have that on to be able to get across this chasm. And then if we can turn this one on, we've got 2 lights on the bridge now, so we can turn this one off, and it won't set off.
Majesty, the rulers have been called to the court.
Won't set off the doors on the other side. Orion is saying it's quite antechamber looking. I've never finished Antechamber. I played a lot of it, but I never finished it. I should go back on that. Okay, we got some lanterns. So it's all new for me at this point. I do like the look of it. Okay, so what we got here? We got this green light. We got some blue light. Where's that blue light coming from? Ah, over there. Okay. So I can't seem to get over, right? That's it. Just checking. Yes, it's a chasm. So the only thing I can do, right, is switch that off. Okay, that's what I was saying. Okay. I think you've got to have different eyes to see these things. What I mean is, I need to get used to what... If I see, you know, a solid green like that, it means that's a door which has been lit up, and I didn't actually think about that. What do you hear that? There's actually some music that goes with the effects, with the lights. Like that. Yeah, let's we can go on through here. Oh yeah, making me feel old. Orion is saying that the game's 10 years old. Antechamber, that is. Okay. Alright, so we can get through there now. Oh, and then we'll need this green back on, right? So, to get over that. There we go. I wonder what that tinkle is for. It makes me feel like I solved the puzzle. I do like the little jingle there. We should use that in Thinky Games news. Okay, that's good. Alright, so... Alright, I guess we're going to open up that red platform. Hello. What happened there? Okay, I can actually interact with these. Can I pick one up? Oh my gosh, okay. Not that I think I can do anything with them, but... Alright, so... I'm gonna go around, right? I'm gonna go back around with this green one here. There we go. Now we can exit.
Your messenger said you have pressing news?
Yes. Brothers, my Star Watchers noticed anomalies in the stars, and their shine seems to be diminishing. We must inform our people. They deserve to know and be careful with the resources while we investigate further.
Wait. We risk unnecessary panic over this. The stars have been around for millions of years. This may all be a part of a natural cycle. We should investigate more before making any statements. Green, what is your call?
Okay, so if anybody likes power cables in The Witness and Taiji, then I guess you've got some of them in here. Alright, so... Interesting. So it seems like a decision to make. Whether it's actually a physical narrative decision or purely a puzzle one, I don't know. It's very interesting. Let's go for blue. Okay, oh great. Seems like it's a decision to make, proper decision. Well, okay. Where's the Outer Wilds exit? Right, so
Let us study this matter more.
We cannot hide this for long. People will suffer.
right, so we'll need the green light to get across there, right? So why is there multiple colors here? Or is it just like an example? Okay, I guess it's just showing us what we can do. Oh, hi, Joe. Yeah, I do like these visuals. That's I'm ashamedly, it's the only reason I played it. I'm terrible. Like, oh, game, looks are not important, and then I'm like, oh, look at that, let's play that. That's a very tall bench. So I guess these are echoes of the civilization this story is about. What this is, I don't know. Whether this is just an abstract representation of everything. And you're just a very small person, as Joe suggests, going around the memories of a previous civilization. Right, let's have a look then. Looks a lot bigger to think about. So, blue gets us here. Red gets us over there. Okay, I think we're gonna need a bigger boat. So we need blue and green to get to the exit, which means we need 2 lights. So let's get the red open because it gets us access to the other light. Oh, okay. Right, so let's make that green. And then we can switch the other one to blue. Is that going to work? Just notice that, there's another light in the corner over there. That works. Just curious about why there's an extra light there. Is there like an extra puzzle here, or whether it's just something to distract you, like the golem does? The golem does a bit of that, where it has a few extra bits and pieces where you're like, well, if you were smart, you know you wouldn't need these pieces. Oh, hang on. Okay, there you go. I've sealed off the exit. Just use your eyes. So I need that one to be blue. Oh god. That's not right. Wait, is that? Get very confused now. So I want this red to be open. That's not working. That work? Red over there now. I'm guessing this this beam didn't reach it. It's just, I switch it on. Oh, switch it to, yeah, it didn't reach this side. Okay, there we go. So now I use this to do blue, otherwise. Oh, it's getting a lot of colors in here. I can see how this is going to get complicated. Joe is foreseeing all sorts of... Ooh, hang on. Red vase. Okay, now I can't move it. Joe is foreseeing other colors in the future. Fixed colors. Okay, so I think we're good to go. Oh, it's taking a moment to look at all the colors everywhere. Oh, I need to put a green out, don't I? Turn this to green. Where am I going to put my green? Over here.
Your Majesty, all of the Star Watchers agree that fading stars can be dangerous for our people.
I see it now. Blue was right. This is serious.
Oh, I'm going to take a screenshot of that. I just love the kind of sort of slightly chaotic, messy overlap of all the different colors. Right. Oh god. You know, when it started, I thought, oh, well, it's going to be easy, right? So it's just a demo, and I'm like, okay, Jesus. Wow. Okay, right. Well, I can't go anywhere. Green or blue is how I can start. So I just need to get the exit, and I need to turn off the red light, which is blocking the exit. So I need to get over there. Let's hope if I get over there, I can change this over to green, and I think it'll be good. Does that work? No, I'm gonna need that one over there, I guess. Send this back to red. What? Okay, let's try the green. Let's try turning on green, what happens? Okay, now I can't go to any of these places. Maybe I have to change this? No, if it's red, then nothing changes, right? Then nothing new opens up. Wow, it's difficult to see. I need a jump. Go back to my original guess of blue, I guess. Let's see. Okay, so this is as far as I get. The blue light doesn't go over here. If I add more blue, that doesn't make any difference. Although I could, in theory, get over there. Just need a green or red light on. What? Okay, what is it? Oh, hang on. What? I didn't know I could get across the diagonals. That's a bit sneaky. Not sure I'm entirely happy with that revelation. I suppose it's okay, right? It's not exactly like, you know, impossible. I guess I'm thinking in grids in my head. I'm thinking of block pushing. Okay, so let's change this. Or not to red. Change it to green. I think I need to start. You know, that revelation I can go across the corners means I'm kind of changing my mind about what I need to do here. So let's try going back to red. Then switch this one back to try the green out. Does this get me anywhere? I can still get over here. There we go. And then blue. Okay. Right. So I think this needs to be red. There we go. And then switch this to, hang on, it is already green. So we got the red. And I need green from over there. I switch this to blue. I just have to switch that one over here to green. And I think that's done. Whew. Wow. There we go. Look at that. Right, where are we going now? Oh, I just can't get over it. It really does look nice. Now I think I have to retool. I have to retool my brain to understand what I'm looking at. Okay, so although I can go here, I can't get past. there must be some blue light over there, which is hitting that screen. So let's go over to the red side. Wow, switch it off. Is that blue light really doing it? Isn't it blocked? Wait a second. Okay, let's go. I thought it was on green. What? I'm confused. Hang on. Blue opposite screen. Red. There's a blue screen here, which is not functioning. Ah, damn it. Oh, do you understand what I see? As I'm changing the colors, more of the light. If I switch this off red to green, this red barrier comes down and blue light comes out, affecting this. Okay, now I understand it. What don't we want? Let's change this to green. For a second. Let's see what happens if I switch this over to green. Okay, that's not too bad. I can get across there now, but we got some red light going on over there, I guess. So let's turn on blue so we can get over. Let's just change it to blue. Oh no, that's no good, is it? Green? There we go. And green.
We have a starlight delivery scheduled, but our ships have trouble navigating in the sea since they cannot rely on stars to guide them anymore.
Starlight is our crucial resource. Call the council.
So, Oriana is mentioning, is it... Oh, we got potential soft blocks here. I'm not sure. I wonder... I don't think so. I feel like it would be possible, unless, of course, you went into the other and fell down. But maybe the puzzle resets. Imagine you changed all the colours, changed the colours on the other side, and then you fell into a hole, and it puts you back here. I wonder what happens. We should test that out. Oh no. How does this work? Okay, so I just point to what I want. I wonder. I can easily see prospect of, you know, secrets in this game, things which could be activated if you just point power at them, but they're not signaled as powerful. Like these urns are now carryable because they got red light in them. But once they're out of the light, I can't do anything with them. So Salty Horse is pointing out it's interesting that unlocking the exit is what triggers the story progression, not the door. It's an interesting way of signaling that you've solved the puzzle, I guess. But I wonder if that can get fooled where it thinks you solved the puzzle but you haven't. It's probably just looking at a... I wonder if it's possible to fool it. We got here. So, where's the exit? So it's over there, and we got the red light blocking it off. And to get through, we need to get rid of the green light here and the blue light here, and take down that red light. So let's have a look. Oh, okay. Let's get some green light, and let's point it over there. Turn off. Maybe I can just rotate it. Oh, hang on. No, you can't rotate that one. I'm just getting too excited there. Okay, so that red light's off. Now I need to do that one. Why do I need to do that one? Because I need to get over there, I guess. Why don't I just use this? Let's just see what happens. So let's just use this red, blue light to get over here. Turn that off. So what happens? Okay, no, that's off. I switch this off. What are we looking at? We still got the blue light over there. Okay, that's what we're gonna do that. So let's point the red light in the corner. Turn off this blue light. And that should be it. Too bad.
Continuing with the trade is dangerous. We cannot risk people getting lost at sea. We have plenty of starlight in the reserve.
The reserve is our last resort, and we do not have much left. This delivery is essential for our people's survival. We will overcome this. I believe we should keep the port open.
Another decision. Oh. I'm wondering what this means in terms of decision making. I mean, in terms of puzzle solving. If you make the decisions, you have to come back and play. There are a lot of puzzles you're not going to see. Before red. Close the port. What was the other one? God, I want to see what the other option is. Oh no, it's blue. Continue trading. Let me just try that again. Hang on a second. You get a little chime on that one. Does that mean this one is not the right thing to do? Okay, well there we go. That's the demo. So I think I really enjoyed that. I can see how easily that's gonna become brain combustible. So that is the Temple of Starlight. You can find on Steam. I guess as you've seen the entire demo, you might not want to play it. But then again, actually, there's probably more in there, right? Because there were the alternate path to go earlier on. So I'll leave that as an exercise for the reader. When is it out? I don't know. Let's have a. Not sure when it's out. Let me exit. I'm gonna bring up. Do I have my Thinky Games browser open? Let's have a look. Thinky's using. Right. Steam Temple of Starlight. Temple of Starlight. See what it says on the page. Well, Q1 next year. That's what it's saying. So that probably means Q3. All right. So do I put a bit of SquishCraft on first, or do I do the stereo boy? Because I'll probably stick on stereo boy for a little while. Let's throw out some SquishCraft. Come on, let's do it. I need to talk about how this is hurting me. It's very hurtful. There we go. Everybody's favorite title screen. So, where are we? So, you might remember from last time, I got stuck on a puzzle, and I went back this week and had another go of it and got through it. And then I managed to get through a few puzzles by myself. And which one did I really want to show you? No, it wasn't that one. Oh, I have to tab to go back. Oh my god, my Sydney time tweets are off by an hour. You know, I just have to stop. I have to give up on that. So I need to show you this level. Because I was looking at this and I was thinking, what? So what we have to do here, this beam has to strike this pad here. Once it hits that pad, then this will turn on and move left to get out of the way. Oh, see you, Joe. You won't be seeing any SquishCraft. Very sorry. So yeah, I'm just about to reveal how I did this. So get off here, Joe. Get lost quickly. That's how to get rid of video off a stream. Just show them some SquishCraft. So, the question is, how do I get this beam all the way over there? There's no reflectors. And, I mean, it's even stuck in a wall. So, I'd already kind of guessed that to get it out, I have to squish this arrow in there. So if I stand on this pad, out it comes. Great. I mean, I've got it out, but have you just noticed that, you know, there's no light, right? I've just covered up the light. That's not useful at all. How are you gonna get out of this? But remember from the first revelation I had where you could actually snap a block into 2 pieces? You know, if you crush it a bit with multiple blocks, and then you can push them through the middle, and then you can get a clean cut in a different place that you might not expect. So I thought, oh, maybe I can just cut this in 2. Something like that. Aha! I thought, yes, okay, I've got it exposed now. I've got my beam. But then I was like, good, but how the hell do I get my beam around that? There's literally no way. And this is the level where I think it's the first time you have to do something different. And what was that? Let's undo this a little bit. That's a lot of undos. Let's get that to go up once. Oh god. That's really what I want to do. Hang on, let's take a look at this. I think that's the only way to do it. So I'm a bit concerned about blocking myself in. I think it has to be like that. See, if I do that, that's no good. Although that'll come up by itself. Fantastic, but that's not really what I want. Right. So, I've got that. But I have a feeling I've made a mistake. Have I made a mistake? So the thing is, what I started to think was, if I squish myself into it. Oh yeah, that's right. If I squish myself into it, then maybe I can carry the beam around on my body. So this is how you get it up. Now the question is, how to get it to squish you. And so this is how I set it up. But that's the wrong way around. It needs to be the other way around. Nope. It's not working either. I can't get it in time. It's like when you're doing it by yourself, you're just messing around. You're like, yeah, it's alright, you know, it's easy. Well, it wasn't easy at all, actually, of course, but right, like that, right? Okay. Ta-da! Now I carry the beam. I could not believe it. Now I think I have to move that across here to keep it open, but there is a lot of steps in trying to solve that. I mean, I was quite surprised. Like, it's one of those puzzles where, like, yes, there's a big trick, but there's actually a lot of minor sub-puzzles, you know, to get through to the end. And that's a tutorial puzzle. It felt very Steven's sausage roll at this point, where it just says, oh, I want you to work something out, but I'm not going to make it easy for you, because honestly, if you want it easy, go play something else. Go play The Witness, you know? You playing this game because you want to play something hard. Right, so let's have a look at 6. I really set myself up for trouble. Oh yeah, I did look at this and thought, oh, I'll do that on stream. Okay, so you can see we need this light green triangle to the left. For that to happen, oh, I got a mouse. I need to get this beam to get down here, which means all of these have to move to the right for that to work. Now, typically when I've done this, I've needed... So we created a kind of a triangle shape before, and when the beam hit triangle shape, it would go sideways. The beams would go sideways. I need to create, I'm guessing, a diamond shape here, so that the two well done. The two beams coming in will just go sideways across the diamond. So can I do that in this small space? And I'm gonna have to squish it. It needs to be a hardened diamond, like crushing coal into diamond. There we go. That's the metaphor for today. Why have I got all these other blocks? Is it just to be annoying? Hello, Null Pointer Games. How is it going? It's the bottom. Hang on a second. Don't I? I'm missing. Am I not missing? Am I not missing part of my diamond? Right? I've got the top right, bottom left, top right again, and then the bottom left. What? It's just... Look, we're experimentation time again. Oh my god. Oh god. So, Null Pointer Games. Often amazed, weird games like this that get made seem to really make any money at all. It makes me kind of sad. I mean, honestly, SquishCraft, I don't know how much money it's made, but I imagine it's probably small. But it's a really interesting game. Especially if I can't solve these puzzles. Just do something, Joel. Stop thinking about it. Let's see what that gives us. Oh god, this is just... Oh. No. How did that work for a second? Oh yeah, because I opened that. There was a snapback if I do that. This just looks horrible. Okay, okay. Reset! Oh my god. I don't know. I like it when puzzles make me go, Jesus, what's going on here? But at the same time, I hate them. So it's really good the developers on the stream, so I can tell them how much I hate it. Wow. Okay, let's just see if we can make a... Sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna make a box with all the diagonals. Maybe the solution's already made for us, you know? You never know. Sometimes happens in games like these. God, I'm already blocking myself off here. These extra blocks are kind of annoying. Oh my god. Oh, I can just crush the blocks, can't I, if I want to get rid of them? Oh, there we go. Wow. So I want to make a block somehow over this side. Let's bring this up. Let's crush it like that first. Then we can crush like that. I don't know what this is going to do. I have a feeling it will not do anything good. There we go. Well, it's better than I hoped. I mean, oh my gosh. So, I don't even know if so these may be part of the solution, these blocks up here. This is one of these where I think I'm gonna have to sit down and just try and draw. There's some chat going on. Sorry, I was concentrating on the puzzle. Oriana says not sure that they like so many blocks on the screen. That I don't know. These might be part of the puzzle. I mean, part of the solution. They might need to be here. But it's true. It's given me a bit of grief when I'm trying to juggle. Null Pointer Games is a bit sad that, you know, puzzle games have an audience, of a passionate audience, but maybe it's not big enough to make, to give it the day job. But it's kind of sad as well. But that's why we keep on doing these streams and hoping getting more people involved in enjoying weird games like this. Right? You know what? I think I'm doing the cause injustice here. If people kept jumping on the stream and say, I want to see a nice easy family puzzle game, and they look at this, they're going like, who's the guy in the circle there? And, you know, well, it's probably in the chat. Wow. Okay, I'm not quite sure. What kind of shape do I need to make? I mean, it's this thing here, right, where you just get, half of it gets split off to the left. I have to create 4 beams. Not 4 beams. I have to go both ways at the same time. It's impossible to do this with just... how do you... It's like I want this kind of split, but in the middle? Like I need... I'm gonna make some weird, funky shape. I need a triangle here in the middle, right? Let's just see if we can make something like that. Just to see if I'm barking up the correct tree. Oh, I'm already feeling ill. Okay, all right. I'm already getting. Gotta be careful. I don't want to lose any of these. I want to have triangle in the middle. Something like that. Oh god. Just alright. Let's just see what happens. No, it's not quite what I'm looking for, is it? Oh no. That's not what I wanted. I need a triple in the middle, right? Oh god, the possibilities are horribly endless. Honestly, I'm just doing this so you can just watch me suffer. That is, I mean, I know BCat Woman 2A says he makes these games for people to suffer. I'm just spreading the suffering love. Right. I need a triple in the middle. Oh. Right. I need to have a triangle in the middle. I can somehow do this. I don't want to lose any pieces. They could all be useful. There, I have a triangle in the middle. And I feel like I don't want a triangle. Honestly, this is just an experiment. Why is experiment so hard to accomplish? Right, there we put that there. There we go. Oh my god, it's like one of those puzzles where you're oh Jesus. Yeah, the number puzzles, I can't remember what they're called now, where you've got the hole and you have to move them around. That is not what I wanted to do. And you've got to try and line up the numbers 1 to 15 or whatever shape you happen to see. This one's got a bit more space, but you're not going to change it. I want to have a clear glass in front of that. Alright, so let me just put that up there. I just want to see... I feel like I need clear glass at the bottom as well. Let's do that. That's an experiment. Right, there we go. That's kind of like where I'm imagining kind of thing I want to see. That. Alright. Really? Okay. What? Oh no! So unfair. You can see, right? Because the lower triangle has blocked out a tiny bit of the beam. You've only got the upper bit of the beam getting reflected, and so the bottom pad here doesn't get touched. It's like the worst solution. It would have been better if I'd had done nothing. Holy cow. Oh, I feel sick. Tell you what, I'm gonna look at the other puzzle, right? Come back out of that. Tab. There's another couple of puzzles in here. Right. Let's have a look at one called 4. This is gonna be easier, right? 4 is gonna be easier. Okay, so this pad is automatically on. So that's close to the top right here. And we want this red pad, or we don't want that red pad on. So if that red pad is struck by this, that'll move up. Okay. The next world might be better for stream. Oh, that's not, now I'm told. So, we need, so this is in the way. We need to get light here. The problem is, this pad must have light when we're trying to leave the puzzle. What? So I've got to make sure, well, all right, let's see. So I need to, oh. Something's got to happen here, isn't it? So we've got to get light up here, but I've still got to have the light hitting the green pad. So I've got to split this so that the light goes up here and hits the green pad. So I don't think that's quite right. I mean, it's nice and everything, but it's not going to get us anywhere near. Oh, hang on a second. Yes, we can move that as well. But is that really what we want? Honestly, you just have to experiment a bit and just see what happens. Oh, I pressed the Windows key, so that's not going to be useful. Is there? I found some weird thing to do here. Can't see. See, if we had this nice shape like that, but that just produces something like that. Does that even work? Can I lift this off the wall? Oh, well done. Oh, it is recoverable. I want this to go here. Here we go. Now we'll find out. No, see the angle, it's too shallow. That's what I thought. But if I move it up. Ooh, ooh, ooh! Yes! Oh, yes. Oh, no. Right. Well. I thought it would just undo all the bad stuff. It doesn't. Well, that was great. I guess I will have a look at this again some other time. I will solve this in my spare time where you don't have to watch me struggle so hard. It's wonderful. It's just like defeat from the jaws of victory. I'll show you one other thing I found out. I don't know if it does, if it's anything important. So in this main screen, where am I? Here. This is like the starting, entrance to all the different zones. So the tutorial is here, and one is the beams area we just looked at. I noticed that you can actually. Oh god. Honestly, those spikes need to be bigger. I noticed that you can move this around, so that's. Oops. Now I have a path across the screen. I don't know if that's actually purposeful, but it's something you can do. So there you go. That was SquishCraft. We will come back to SquishCraft later. If you want to sort of see me struggle and get riotously confused, let's have a quick look at just see what number 9 looks like. I'm not gonna even attempt it. Oh, yes, yes. Okay, so in this one, you need to get the light only onto the red, or yeah, I think you only have to get them onto the red. But if you get into all of them, that's no good. And if you get it onto just green and just blue is also okay, actually. I'm just wondering, you've got to kind of construct some sort of, oh no, some kind of funky shape which blocks either the top two or the bottom two. Not the top two, it's alternating, right? That's the, that doesn't make any difference, but it was fun doing it anyway. Did I say I'm not going to do this? I've got the bug, like, oh, just one go, just have a quick go. Right, so what happens? So I've successfully blocked one. So there's quite clearly not the solution. But, so if you take all 4 pieces of glass, you block red. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna play with that one. Right, we will leave it there. So as the developer is admitting that maybe some of the puzzles are a bit too small, I'm gonna leave it there because I feel like my brain is a little bit too small. Okay, so we will go back to Stereo Boy because I can talk a bit more about how I feel about Stereo Boy now. So that's SquishCraft. It's available. I don't think I want to tell you where you can get it from because honestly, it's just too hard. You can get it on Steam. Right, Stereo Boy. So I haven't finished it yet, but I'm in the last of 4 sections now. Let me just show you it playing again. We'll just go straight into where I'm at. Crumbling Mountain. Right, so here we are. So if you remember, there are 2 versions of the level. So they have different structures, and so you have to move from one to the other. There's also this shooting stuff, which is kind of annoying. If you've got kind of like, initially you have 3 lives, and if you get hit 3 times and you die, but you don't, you know what? It's not a problem. You can just go to the options. I found this afterwards, and you can change the player health. And I realized early in the game it was kind of interesting because there are some situations where you have to figure out how to take out some enemies or survive some enemies without dying. There are a few kind of puzzly aspects to it, but overall it was very annoying to have got through a really tough level only to get shot and lose all your health at the last minute and have to do the whole thing again. So in the end I made a decision that I wanted to concentrate more on all those puzzly aspects. I'll try not to get shot, but at the end of the day, if I get shot by accident, I'm not going to have to restart. So, and as you can see, there's a shard over here. So if we can get there in the other world. Oh, there, I just got shot already. Although I can just take the hits, I like to pretend I'm at least trying to shoot them properly. So, what we're really looking for is to get up to this shiny bit at the top here. But you can also try to pick up the logs. As you see, there's one over here on the right side. And there is that shard I said seems to be underneath somehow. So we need to figure out a way how to go down. Probably, maybe over here. Let's see. Oh, there's a block you can pull out there. Let's go around. So the way I see these levels a lot of the time is in little pieces. I'm looking at this block as very, you know, piece by itself. Sorry that my face is in the way. It's like playing SquishCraft. And I tend to see them in little zones. Now they do have interconnections, these kind of zones, where you need to do something in one area to affect another area. But generally, I find that, you know, it's easier to think in piece by piece. I don't tend to solve a whole puzzle. I'm not going to wander around a whole puzzle and try and figure out how they all piece together. You have to go through it bit by bit. Another Pointer Games asking if Meg Cure came out. No, it did not. I think it's still theoretically in development. There are limited situations where you need to keep these blocks in place. Oh, no. Grab. There we go. There is a slight... I've discovered... There's a slight problem, UI quirk, where I can move around with the WASD, and as I move the screen, the WASD moves nicely with it, you don't get confused. But when you grab something, it's often wrong. Actually, this isn't too bad this time. But I was grabbing it sometimes, and the directions were all wrong. Perhaps a patch has gone out to fix that. Ah, there we go. Oh no, it's probably okay. That's okay, maybe it's fixed. Okay, I take it all back. Right, so now I've got into this section here. I'm wondering if I could jump over to the other side, but not looking like it. I could jump there. Okay. But that does not get me anywhere. That's more like how I might exit zone. Let's flip back. Okay, let's... You know what? Let's go wandering. Okay, I'm not gonna hover on these logs for you. I mean, at the end of the day, as I said, it's a sort of it's a climate change. It's a climate change story. It's not. I mean, it's not like it's not gonna blow your mind or anything. So I can go over that side. Why would I want to do that? Okay, I can go back over here. Interesting. So, you know what? I think I need to think about why I am, what I'm really trying to do here. So, I need to get up to the top here. The only way to get to the top there looks like on the other side, I need to cross this ramp, this walkway, all the way down from there. Means I need to get here-ish. And interesting. I'm sorry, shooting. Okay, well, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be doing here, but let's just see what's going on. You know, feel your way around. Okay, that opens that door there. Okay, that's why I need the block. Okay. Now I can... Oh, hello. Okay. I was saying, you know, if you can play the game of shooting and pay more attention to what's going on. But if you're more invested in like the actual sort of puzzles of blocks and stuff, maybe you don't want to have to deal with running out of lives. Okay, so this yellow line, I can't remember if we talked about it last time, but that yellow line means you can drop down there, or you can drop things down there. So I obviously have to drop this cube. Oh, yeah, okay, I do have to drop that way. That's interesting. Now I can get this shard. Oh, that was very good. Well aimed, was it? Okay, let's get this shard. Okay, and I can jump back here. Well, I feel like the camera should have moved. There we go, it's a bit better. I'm looking on the left side. Let's see where I want to go. So, okay, I can go across here. Now I can move this up, and I can open that permanently. So that's how to get there. Still wondering about how to get the hidden shard over here. Where am I? You can use the C to tell you where you are. We're up there, we're one too high. Ah, okay. Oh. Let's see. Oh, hello. At times, it's a little bit too confusing about, you know, what are the positions of everything are. I'm going to show you an example later of where, like, I think it was a little bit mean. Okay, so I'm there. Ah, no. Okay, so here's an example of where the shards are, you have to think carefully about getting shards. If you start solving the puzzle, you might not be able to get the shards. And what I need here, I'm pretty sure, is I need a block here. So I can get over to this space here, and then I can fall down and get the shard that's down the bottom there. And I've already dumped my block here. So I'm going to leave that. Remember, the slight issue is the fact that you have to at least solve the whole puzzle again. You have to do it again. If you have to get the shards and get out. You can't just get the shards and quit the game. So the fact that you don't move on a grid makes me but unhinged. Yeah, I mean it's a choice. I mean it's all right. It does lead to issues sometimes where you're kind of like, oh, I'm in the wrong place. But let's go back. Let's carry on with solving the puzzle. Yeah, I think we like the BCat 112A saying like the art a lot. It is. I think that's kind of, it does look very nice. Do I have to shoot my way through? Oh, no. There you go. I got confused. I wasn't even on the right level. Oh no, am I going the wrong way? There we go. Come down here on the other side. You get better at flipping back and forth in your head. You start to see the connections, and usually level is quite alien to you when you start, but as you work on it, you start to get a feeling, oh yeah, go over there, go over here, flip back, flip there. And it's a wonderful feeling sometimes. If you're stuck on a level for quite a while, you really start to feel it's kind of intermeshing the city and the city, so to speak. Right, let's see. Am I stuck? So okay, let's blast our way through. What? Oh, I think I was just shooting just ordinary blocks. Okay. I have a horrible feeling I might have needed some of those spaces. Yeah, maybe I've got rid of this shard now. Okay, let's flip over. I'm right here. Oh, hello. Oh. There we go. Oh, now I can flip over. So, the one way to deal with these kind of situations is to point your cursor. I think you can just can't. I'm just showing you the one on the right here. You can put your cursor on the other world and get ready to shoot. Now it looks like I'm shooting the wrong direction, but once I flip over, I'm shooting the right direction. The game didn't teach me that. That was just, I figured that out. Because there's some situations where you have to jump into another section and you're going to get killed straight away, so I had to start planning about how I can deal with that. That's the kind of puzzly aspect of the shooting I talked about, where sometimes you have to be like, well, how am I going to survive this jump? Right. Flip over here. Okay, I think the camera needs to move a bit. And, oh, there we go. Hidden shard. Come around here. over here. I'm seeing the shard there. Must be some way of getting down. Okay. Honestly, on the lookout if there's some way to jump back. Get that shard. I'm looking for this shard. I want this shard. I guess there's another one over here. I think I've blocked off that one, maybe. By shooting too many blocks earlier. Again, remembering the white spaces are not important, but they sometimes can indicate you can go over to the other world in this space. Like here, I can't. You can see I'm in the air, but over here, I'm now on solid ground. Okay. Oh, hello. No spiky thing. Or around here. See, I'm just following the path. I'm not sure if I've got much solving to do. Okay. Another log. It's another. Oh, hang on. And I do read them all. I don't think it's terribly interesting for you to read them with me. And it's far into the game, so there's no signifiers for you to latch onto. So that's obviously going to get me out, but come on. Surely I'm missing something to get some of those other... Usually the jumps you need to do shards sometimes are not flagged. You know, like a lot of these spaces got squares on to indicate like, oh, you may be able to go over to the other world here. Quite a lot of the shard ones are not flagged, so that you have to think them out. How do I get down there? Oh, look, before I just leave the level, come on, I'm gonna try. Okay, that's where I came in, right? Stop shooting. What have I missed? Where am I? I'm just a bit too high. I'm just going to reverse my entire progress, aren't I, trying to look for this? That's there. Dude, what am I missing? It's very, very... I mean, I find that getting the shards is usually much more interesting than the real puzzle. It isn't always fair, and I will show you an example which is very unfair after this. Because I actually had to look up a walkthrough because I could not work it out. But trying to figure out what you're missing requires a lot of really reading the scenes and trying to see like, oh, wait a second, are those places meet up? You are fighting the interface to some extent, but you know, that can be argued that that is part of the puzzle. You know, it doesn't have to be completely readable. Not everything. A lot of puzzles are all about like they've hidden the information. They've smuggled it into the level. That they've deliberately hidden the solution. And just the fact that it's hard to read sometimes isn't necessarily a bad thing. I don't want to go all the way back. You know what? Maybe I'll just. I can't see what I've missed, but I think I need to just stare at level for a while to kind of figure that out. Let's just work our way back up. It's obviously that you can come down here later. You would come. Does that make any sense? Yeah. Yes. It's just tantalizing. It's just there, right? It's just there. And I'd need to be on that. Where does that platform go across? So I'm too high. Doggone it. Is driving me mad. I want to find the solution. That goes up there. Are there any other places to? Oh, that's just going back. Let's just go up. I'm looking just really closely to see if there's anything I'm missing here. Let's just over those two bits. There's no... I feel like the solution's up here, but if it is, I can't see it. Ah, no. For a second I thought, oh look at that, like over to the right there. I thought, oh, like I could see that yellow ledge. That's it. No, it's not there at all. Just a trick of the light. Ah. No. There must be some other way. Maybe it's all linked to this bit down here, which I screwed up. So I got 2 shards. I'll have to go back and do that. And that is the level finished. So actually, solving the level should be always possible. I did successfully find a situation where I soft locked the level. And there's no undo in this game. There's no undo. Generally, undo is not much of a problem, except when you're getting the shards. But it is what it is. So let me show you. I'll end on the bit which is really unfair. You have to see this. You have to see this. So I was getting the shards fine, and then I hit Companion Cube, and I just couldn't find the shard. And eventually I gave up on it. I gave up on this level because I just couldn't see it. And I completed the entire area too. And I was like, I'd learned nothing that would teach me how to find a shard on this level. So you can see there is this shard over here on the right side. And to get there, I need to get down here somehow. And I was looking at it and looking at it, and I was like, I could not see how to get down there at all. So... but to continue with the level, right? So I could come up here. I can go. Oh, I need to push that in. These blocks move across the world when you cross to the other world. Those green blocks will flip across as well at the same time. And so I came around here and I just could not see like how I was supposed to get down there, and it's horrible. Let me just pull this out. It's down there. And there is a spot where you can jump across the other side. And when I do it now, it feels really obvious. But what I was staring at this level and I couldn't see, because this looked like there's nothing down here on this side. You can't go anywhere. But no, it's a little secret. That single spot allows you to go into the other world. Down the bottom here, and then flip back and get this shard. And I was like, I don't know if that's fair. However, I have enjoyed my time with Stereo Boy, and I'm gonna finish that probably in the next week or so, depending on how much time I have available to me, which has not been great this week. Yeah, I feel like it's it has its frustrations, but all games do. But I think on balance, it was more fun than not. It's up to you whether you think like the ability to see the 3D might be what's the word? Might be a showstopper for you. Maybe it's just a little bit too. You won't like the frustrations of like, oh, how was I supposed to know I could go there? It didn't look like I could move from that point to that point. And the shooting isn't a big problem. As I said, you can just switch on the infinite strength if you're worried about it. You do have to redo levels to get all the shards. And the reason of getting the shards is to unlock the bonus levels. So these ones at the end all have to be unlocked. They're usually got, you know, they're usually quite interesting. There was one that was like lots of shooting, but generally, you know, some of them really large levels. Is there one called? There we go, Fortress. This is a massive level. Yeah, this is quite large. It took me a while working through it. But yeah, this is an optional bonus level. Let's go up here, see how large it really is. Oh, hello. Oh, these gold ones you can't blow up. Oh, there we go. Cross over to the other side there. Up here. And yeah, so it's quite a large level. This bit up here is quite, that's a very interesting area, which is, you have to do a lot of flipping back and forth to move around here. But yeah, as you can see, there's coloured keys and pads to step on, switches step on, and blocks to push around. And there's some very interesting quirks, which are quite interesting. And you do stare a long time saying, how do I get to those areas? So overall, yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed playing Stereo Boy. I'm not finished yet. I am still enjoying playing Stereo Boy. I have to go back to do that level again, though. Get those other shards. That's not good. The lights got very dark around here. Maybe it's gonna be a storm. My face is going very red in the picture here. I can see. Well, I will stop there. Thank you very much for everybody who turned up and everybody who turned off as soon as SquishCraft showed its face. Thanks, Joe. And we'll catch up again in 2 weeks' time.